And now let's welcome from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, undefeated with 5 wins, one of his 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the pride of the Arab world, Ziad Zizo Al-Mayyouf.
Come on!
Let's first welcome to the scale, Mikhail Bulin.
Here we go again. How many times do I have to tell you rap cats I have no friends? You still acting up. Running around here like
142.4 for Mikhail Tez Bulin. Now to the scale, Ziad Al-Mayyouf. 144 for Ziad Zizo Al-Mayyouf.
Come on!
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest.
I have to tell you rap cats I have no friends. You still acting up. Running around here like some brand new chicken. It's about to get don't stop. Still getting down, but whatever, whenever. That's why the joint is hot. Can't keep it real. That's just how I feel. I said God. Over my people that'll keep it from the sea.
All the press stuff is over. Fight week, weigh-in, all complete, ready to go. How are you feeling with the fight coming tomorrow night?
First of all, I just want to say thank God, alhamdulillah, for everything. And I love LA. Thank you for the love this whole week. This is a dream for me to be here. My US debut, a Saudi Arabian fighter making his US debut. It's a dream. But I'm just very happy that throughout this whole process, throughout the many years since my debut, I've learned that to never let the size of the occasion ruin the little moments and the little steps, the little interviews, doing an interview with this TV, that TV, or being in front of a large audience. So I didn't let the size of the occasion get to me. Now there's one more thing to do, which is the easiest part, which is what I've been doing my whole life, many years, so this is the fun part.
You were supposed to make your pro debut right here in Los Angeles. It was scrapped at the last minute. What does it mean to you to be back here fighting again?
2 years ago, same month, actually, fight outfit on, opponent failed his drug test 2 blocks down in downtown. So, you know what, I said it before and I'll say it again, we get rewarded for how we react when we're tested, not when everything is going well. And I reacted in a calm and composed way. I thank God at that moment, and I still thank God today, and this is my reward. And I can't be any more grateful, any more humble with it. And I'm just so excited to get in the ring and show the world what I can do.
Good luck, Ziad.
Thank you, Chris.
Here we go again.
Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round super middleweight contest. First, let's welcome from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Undefeated with 20 wins, 1 draw, 10 of his 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Marcos Ramon Sordo Vasquez.
Esta vida es muy bonita y son las cosas sencillas las que yo disfruto más. Abrazar mucho a mi padre, darle besos a mi madre, porque gracias a Dios todavía está. Una plática entre amigos, un cigarro y un buen vino, y las caricias de una mujer. Con eso uno...
And now let's welcome, coming to us from Omaha, Nebraska, undefeated with 19 wins, 15 of his 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Steven So Cold Nelson.
Oh yeah, I get around, still clowning down the ground when we come around. Stronger than ever. Back to get back. All respect to those who work they hate to keep their hopes in check. They know big sweater brother majorly, and I don't know why you couldn't get paging me. So tell me that's an easy.
First to the scale, Marcos Ramon Vasquez. 167.6 for Marcos Ramon Sordo Vasquez. Now to the scale, Steven Nelson. The same 167.6 pounds for Steven So Cold Nelson.
Now you can tell from my everyday fits, I ain't rich, so season this is with them tricks. I'm just another black man caught up with the mix, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Just cause I'm afraid don't mean that we can hit the sheets. Baby, I can see that you don't recognize me. I'm Shock G, the one who put the satin on your panties. Never knew that I could share. I get a satin love, how you doing? Well, I've been hanging, singing, trying to do my thing. Oh, you heard that I was back. Your home girl, you went to school.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a 10-round contest in the super middleweight division.
Twists in the hips cause I'm watching conversations on the phone to the break of dawn. Now we all alone while the lights on. Turn them on. Conversations on the phone to the break of dawn. Now we all alone while the lights on. Turn them on. Time to set it off. Get your wet and soft. Something's on your mind.
Since we've seen you in the ring, you're back trying to make some noise in this super middleweight division. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I feel amazing. I feel great. You know, happy to be on this card. You know, thanks to Riyadh season. Thanks to my brother Bud, man, for speaking up for me and let him know, like, hey, I fight, he fight too. So, hey, let's get it. He swing, I swing.
Now, I've talked to enough people that believe this fight could be one of the best fights of the night. What kind of fight are you expecting?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be an amazing fight. You know, I'm coming with it. And like I said yesterday, I've been through a lot this year. So I got a lot of built-up tension, and he's going to be the one that get it.
Good luck, Steven.
Machiavelli in this Illuminati, all through your body. Blows like a 12-gauge shot.
Let's continue our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a 10-round contest. It will be for both the IBF International and WBA Continental Latin American Lightweight Championships. First, we will welcome the challenger from Ciudad de Mexico, Distrito Federal. His professional record, 30 wins, 6 defeats, 1 draw, 21 of his 30 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Antonio Toño Moran. Let's welcome the defending champion, fighting out of Tampa, Florida, by way of Matanzas, Cuba. Undefeated with 3 wins, 1 of his 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending IBF International and WBA Continental Latin American Lightweight Champion, Andy El Diamante Cruz. Let's first welcome to the scale the challenger, Antonio Moran. $139.8 for Antonio Toño Moran. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Andy Cruz. $140 even for the defending champion, Andy El Diamante Cruz. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing in a 10-round contest for the IBF International and WBA Continental Latin American Lightweight Championships. Underdog tomorrow night. Your opponent has vowed to knock you out within 6 rounds. How do you beat Andy Cruz?
Entonces no estás considerado como favorito para mañana y tu rival ha declarado que va a hacer un knockout dentro de 6 rounds. ¿Cómo ves esto?
No, está bien.
ir ir con perfil bajo, ¿no? Para demostrar ya mañana arriba en el ring de lo que realmente estoy hecho. Creo que he mejorado mucho. Todavía siguen con lo de David Haney, ¿no? Ya pasó hace 5 años, ya eso está enterrado. Y respecto a lo que dice Andy Cruz, pues veremos, ¿no? Yo no estoy dispuesto a caerme, no sé, él tal vez, pero yo no. Entonces vamos a dar una buena pelea.
Let's see what happens, really. I think it's going to be a good fight, whatever. But, you know, I've changed a lot over the years. It's a long time now, about 5 years since the Devin Haney fight. So, yeah, I'm not one for sort of talking and doing predictions and stuff. I like to speak with a low voice, a quiet voice, and do my talking in the ring. But it will be a great fight, and let's just see what happens.
Well, suerte. Good luck. Antonio Moran, everybody.
Landy, first, just to clear things up, you weighed 134 pounds for this fight, so you're not trying out a new weight class. It'll be a lightweight fight for you. You have been a part of some big fights early in your career, but you've been a part of a big event like this. What has this week been like for you?
Entonces, has formado parte de algunas peleas muy importantes en tu carrera, pero un acontecimiento y toda una semana así, y una cartelera así, nunca has hecho una semana así. ¿Cómo te ha parecido esta semana?
No, una semana excelente, en un ambiente ya de pelea. Me siento feliz, motivado por estar en este gran evento y vamos con todo y vamos a darle un show a ese gran público que se lo merece.
No, it's been a fantastic atmosphere. I really enjoyed the week. You know, you feel really part of the whole event. You live it even more as the days approach the fight. I'm really up for it. I can't wait to give it all I've got.
A couple of weeks ago, your stablemate Boots Ennis put on a great show in Philadelphia. He's going to be ringside supporting you on Saturday night. What kind of show do you hope to put on?
Tu compañero de gimnasio Boots hizo un gran rendimiento la otra semana. Va a estar al lado del ring mañana. ¿Qué tipo de actuación vas a darle mañana?
No, por supuesto, voy a darle un poco de lo que él me dio a mí. Para mí él es considerado para mí el boxeador más completo del mundo y nada, mañana vamos a darle un show a él y a todo ese público que está esperando la pelea.
I think that Boots for me is one of the most complete fighters in the world, and it'll be great to have him watching tomorrow. So I want to show him what he can do. I want to show everyone else in the stadium and watching around the world what I can do, and let's hope it's going to be a great fight and give him a great show.
Good luck, Andy.
Muchas gracias.
Our next two fighters to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome, fighting out of St. Petersburg, Florida, by way of Belgrade, Serbia. He brings a professional record of 29 wins, 2 defeats, 21 of his 29 wins. Coming by way of knockout, here is the former world title challenger, Roddy Voye, Hot Rod Kalanki.
My age status. Old school.
And now we welcome a native of Santa Clara, Cuba, now fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, undefeated with 10 wins, 9 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated former WBA super middleweight champion of the world, David Madrimov. Let's first welcome to the scale, Roddy Voye Kalanki. to the scale, David Morganell. 174.8 for David Morganell. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a 12-round contest for the vacant WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. All right, Hot Rod, you're taking on one of the best 168-pounders on the planet. There's so much hype surrounding David Morrell. What gives you the confidence that you're going to come in tomorrow and pull off the upset?
I just believe in my skill. I got the power, and I believe I fought better people. He's got the amateur experience, but we have a good game plan, and we're going to stick with it.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's send it over to Chris Mannix.
All right, David, first fight at 175 pounds. How does that extra weight feel on you?
I feel great. I feel great. It's my division. I come back after the long time, but I feel good. I feel good at 175.
I know you're looking to win in any way, but in your first fight at 175, a knockout would send a pretty strong message. How hard do you think you're going to go for a knockout?
Quería hacer una gran declaración, ¿no? Con un knockout antes del límite, primer encuentro con 175. Sería guay, ¿no?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's my first fight 175. You know, he's one good, stronger guy. So I don't know where from, but knockout coming, 100%. I'm from my family right here, so it's knockout 100% coming.
Good luck, David.
Thank you.
We continue now with the big boys of boxing. These two competing tomorrow in a 10-round contest. It will be for both the WBO International and vacant NABF Heavyweight Championships. Let's first welcome the challenger, a native of Kananga, Democratic Republic of the Congo, now making his home and fighting out of Green Gares, Scotland. His professional record, 20 wins, just one defeat, 15 of his 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Martin Bakoli. The defending champion, hailing from Toledo, Ohio. He is undefeated with 17 wins, 15 of his 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBO International Heavyweight Champion, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson. First to the scale, Martin Bakoli. 184.4 for Martin Bakuli. And now let's welcome the defending champion, Jared Anderson. 252.4 for the undefeated defending champion, Jared the Real Big Baby Anderson. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a 10-round contest for both the WBO International and vacant NABF Heavyweight Championships. I'm here with Big Mark Bakuli. Your opponent has been described as the next great American heavyweight. How good do you think Jared Anderson is?
We'll find it tomorrow. The talking is over. Everything is over now. Focus on the fight tomorrow.
To all the American fans here that may not be familiar with you, how would you describe your boxing style?
I'm unique. So I think people will find it out tomorrow.
You've got a very big fan base here. What's your message to those watching around the world, and give us your prediction?
I love them, and I came here to win the fight. Knockout point, Martin Bakuli is the winner tomorrow.
All right, who thinks Smart Bakuli is going to win this Saturday night? He'll be taking on Jared Anderson. Over to Chris Mannix.
Well, Jared, you're giving away some swag out there to this fan base. Think you're going to make some new friends tomorrow night?
Definitely. I think I'm going to make a lot of new friends, everything.
You've been asking for this kind of opponent that'll stand there and fight for you for months now. What kind of fight are you expecting? How are you feeling going into this?
I'm expecting an amazing fight, amazing performance for myself and for the fans. So I'm just expecting to go out there and show what I'm made of.
You got a new man in your corner in Sugar Hill Stewart. What has he been able to add to your game during this camp?
You'll see Saturday night.
Good luck, Jared.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We continue with the big boys of boxing. These two competing tomorrow in a 12-round contest in the heavyweight division. First, let's welcome, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, and proudly representing the country of Belize. His professional record consisting of 26 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw. 22 of his 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Israil Big Baby Miller.
Magazine, salt and pepper and heavy tea up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop, smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. You back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping?
And now let's welcome from Imperial, California. His professional record, 35 wins, 2 defeats, 22 of his 35 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO Unified Heavyweight Champion of the World, Andy the Destroyer Ruiz. Terrell Miller. .6 for Israil Big Baby Miller. Now to the scale, the former world champion Andy Ruiz. 274.4 for Andy the Destroyer Ruiz.
This is for the raza. This is for the raza.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a 12-round contest. It's the big boys of boxing, the heavyweight division.
Your own rivals and back you up. They just look at you and call you a blue butt. And so I reckon I laugh and say, pasa. Yeah, this is for the raza. 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 This is for the raza.
I am here with the dancing Big Baby. You've been very polite to Mr. Ruiz all week long, but you had some words there during the face-off. What'd you say to him?
I'm going in for the kill. You know, it's nothing but love between me and you. But when I step in the ring, I'm going to roast your ass. You know, like I said, a happy, in-shape Big Baby is a dangerous Big Baby. Nobody beats me in shape. Maybe in the sparring session. I'm going to whip everybody ass.
Yeah, you said your last fight you were not happy at all with your performance. What's going to be different between your fight with Dubois and your fight here with Ruiz?
Man, I'm throwing a million punches around. I'm going to wear his ass out. I'm going to knock him out. I mean, listen, he's been dropped plenty of times in fights. I know what I can do when I'm in shape. I'm in shape. I'm in shape. I'm talking about no cheeseburger for 3 months, no lovey-dovey for 3 months. Oh yeah, I'm fucking him up.
No lovey-dovey or cheeseburgers for 3 months. He's as serious as can be. Give it up for Big Baby Israil Miller, everybody.
All right, Andy, 2 years out of the ring, but you still have a lot of fans here in Southern California. What kind of show are you hoping to put on for them tomorrow night?
Man, the main thing that I want to win, man. I want to win, especially for my fans, toda la raza que me anda apoyando aquí. Eso es lo que vamos a hacer. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar.
274 pounds, a little heavier than I think you thought you wanted to come in this week. How are you feeling physically going into this fight?
I feel really good, man. We knew that he was going to be over 300 pounds. I didn't want to lose too much weight, so I thought we did a perfect plan. We did a perfect strategy, so I feel good. I'm ready to win. I'm ready to fight. We're ready to go to war, man.
It was 5 years ago you pulled off one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight boxing history. I think a lot of people are wondering, is that Andy Ruiz still inside you? What would you say to that?
Of course it is, man. I had everything in my palms and it went away, so I want them back. So what do I have to do? I got to win this fight. That's why it's really important. I know what it feels to be a champion, and I know how it feels not to be a champion. And guess what? I want to be a damn champion again. And that's what we're going to do.
Good luck, Andy.
Thank you.
Lion. Rock your hips. Come on.
Our next two fighters to the scale, competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBA Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger, fighting out of Renton, Washington, by way of Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. His professional record, 13 wins, 2 defeats, 9 of his 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jose El Rayo Valenzuela.
Vuelvo a ser libre otra vez. Vuelvo a volar hacia mi vida que está lejos y prohibida para ti.
And now let's welcome the defending world champion from Ciudad de Mexico, Distrito Federal. His professional record consisting of 26 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 18 of his 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Tanto que ya viste todo lo que te he rogado, siendo que rogar no estaba en mi diccionario. Creo que esta vez a mi límite has llegado. Ponte las pilas, qué oportunidades de estas nada más hay una y no vas a gustar.
Let's first welcome to the scale the challenger Jose Valenzuela.
Me dices nada si es un sí o no.
139.8 for the challenger, Jose El Rayo Valenzuela.
Dame decir, o me haces una seña y yo con eso tengo pa' que sea
Down to
mi
the scale, the
vida.
defending champion, Isaac Cruz. 140 pounds even for the defending world champion, Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Porque ya viste todo lo que te he rogado, siendo que rogar no estaba en mi diccionario. Creo que esta vez a mi límite has llegado. Ponte las pilas, qué oportunidades de estas nada más hay una y no vas a gustarme tampoco toda la vida. Es cuestión que quieras y yo me pongo de moda.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBA Super Lightweight Championship of the World.
No me gustas, tanto que ya viste todo lo que te he rogado, siendo que rogar no estaba en mi diccionario. Creo que esta vez a mi límite has llegado. Ponte las pilas, qué oportunidades de estas nada más hay una y no vas a gustarme tampoco toda la vida. Es cuestión que quieras y yo me pongo de modo, pero no me dices nada si es un sí o no. Quedas perdiendo tiempo, aprovechémoslo mejor. Tú y yo somos nada, pero es cuestión de que quieras. Mándame decir, o me haces una seña y yo con eso tengo pa' que seas mi vida entera.
All right, Jose, you're taking on Pitbull Cruz. We know what he's all about. He's going to pressure you. He's going to throw punches. He's going to try and bully you. How do you handle that?
You know, we stay sharp, we stay focused, and we stick to the game plan.
So what is the game plan? How do you beat him?
Make him miss, make him pay.
All right, what's your message to your fans? You got a loud cheering session over there.
Arriba Mexico!
Fair enough. Chris?
First world title defense. You're going to do it in front of a lot of Mexican fans on Saturday. How are you feeling going into this fight?
¿Cómo te sientes? Primera defensa de tu título mundial frente a muchos aficionados mexicanos. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Me siento muy contento de poderlo representar y orgullosamente el día de mañana vamos a salir con la victoria a representar a todo México.
I feel really, really proud to represent them. We're going to try and go all out for victory tomorrow, for them and for the whole of Mexico.
This is a Mexico versus Mexico type of fight. Do you like those types of fights?
es una pelea México contra México. ¿Te gustan estas peleas, no?
Totalmente, y bueno, vamos a demostrar que nosotros somos el verdadero estilo mexicano.
Yeah, I do really like them as well, and we'll see who is the real sort of champion out of the two Mexicans.
Good luck, Isak.
Thank you.
Adi, back to you.
Nadie me dejó, no me la doy de valiente. No he conocido la envidia, eso es para los corrientes. Todos quieren buen
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to LA Live. How is everyone tonight? Well, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night at BMO Stadium, LA, California, USA, it's Riyadh Season Card, Los Angeles, an evening of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment, including a performance by the international superstar recording artist Eminem. And it's all brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GEA, promoted by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Sella and Gold Star Promotions in association with League One and World of Boxing. Special thanks, ladies and gentlemen, to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GEA, Turki Al Sheikh. And now, two undefeated fighters will be facing each other tomorrow night. It's a night of history for boxing. We all remember anything can happen in that ring. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Also on the line, the WBO interim title, the WBC #1 ranking, building a pathway to something we all want, and that is an undisputed champion. Let's bring the fighters to the stage and to the scale at this time. First, a fighter who is a legend as an amateur with over 300 victories in his amateur career. Now as a professional, undefeated, with a record consisting of 10 victories, 7 wins by knockout. He has 1 technical draw. He is the fighting pride of Kiva and all Uzbekistan. He is the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA champion of the world, Israil Madrimov. And now, officially designated as the challenger. Over the last 7 years, his record, a perfect one, 11-0, all wins by knockout. His perfect professional record consists of 40 fights, 40 victories, 31 by knockout. He's recognized as pound for pound the best fighter in the world today. From Omaha, Nebraska, USA, the former lightweight world champion, former undisputed super lightweight world champion, and the current undefeated welterweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford.
Wouldn't want to answer this if you responded back with a battle rap you wrote for cannabis. I'll strangle you to death and I'll choke you again. And break your legs to your bones.
Fighting hard of Omaha, Nebraska, USA. Terence Crawford. Now first onto the scales, ladies and gentlemen, will be the defending champion. Undefeated in his professional career. 10 victories, 7 KOs, 1 technical draw. The pride of Kiva, Uzbekistan. Official weight, 154 pounds for the reigning and defending world champion, Israil, the Dream, Madrimov. Now stepping onto the scales, the fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, going for his 4th division championship. He is Terence Crawford! $153.4. Here they are, champion and challenger Bud Crawford, challenging once again for his 4th division world championship. The defending champion, Israil the Dream Madrimov. It's all for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Tomorrow night, BMO Stadium, Los Angeles, California. The Riyadh season card, LA. An evening of boxing history.
Talking is over. We're 24 hours away from the biggest fight of your life. How do you feel?
What's up, LA? Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for coming. Inshallah, Saturday night will be a great fight. Don't miss.
I thought it was interesting. Yesterday we spoke to you and asked you what your game plan was, and you basically said you're going to figure it out in the ring depending on what Terence does. Why is that how you're approaching this fight?
Yeah. I have the game plan because inside the ring we are making I do, inshallah. And я хочу, чтобы показать всем, что я умею, и доказать, что я лучше на этом весе.
My goal is to showcase my skills inside that ring and show that I'm the best in this division.
All right, I'll give you the final word here. What's your prediction for tomorrow night? What are we going to see? And what's your message to your fans around the world?
It's gonna be a great fight. Muxlislar, qo'llab-quvvatlanglar, inshaalloh tarix ochamiz.
God bless, it's going to be a great fight and we're going to get that victory.
All right, let's give it up for the super welterweight champion of the world, Israil the Dream Madrimov.
All right, Bud, the talk is finally over. You're gonna get back in the ring for the first time in a year. What's the feeling like?
Man, I can't wait. I'm focused, I'm ready, I'm excited. I'm ready to go out here and put on another great performance in front of all my fans and supporters and the whole world to show them that I'm the best fighter in the world.
You talked about how tough it was for you to get down to 147. How do those extra 7 pounds feel on you?
Man, it felt great, but it still wasn't easy. But we ready.
You're the best in the world at 135, at 140, at 147. Do you believe you can be the best in the world at 54?
I'm already the best in the world at 54 when I stepped in the division.
You got a guy in front of you on Saturday that checks a lot of boxes, decorated amateur, in his prime, world champion, says this is his weight class. What kind of a fight are you expecting?
Listen, how many gold medalists, silver medalists, Olympians that I didn't beat? A lot of them got a decorated amateur pedigree and background, and they all left the same way. And I'm looking forward to him leaving the same way again this Saturday.
Good luck, bud.
Kenneth from Connecticut.
And dispense and these sentences can't in this stress that's been eating me recently off of this chest and I rest again peacefully. But at least have the decency in you to leave me alone when you freaks see me out in the streets when I'm eating or feeding my daughter to not come and speak to me. I don't know you and no, I don't owe you one thing. I'm not Mr. Instinct, I'm not what your friends think. I'm not Mr. Friendly, I can be a if you tempt me, my tank is on empty.
Remember, Eminem is performing live tomorrow, Primo Stadium.
File you a lawsuit, I'll smile in the courtroom and buy you a wardrobe. I'm tired of all you. I don't mean to be mean, but that's all I can be. It's just me, and I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the paper, the news, every day I am. Radio only play my jam, cause I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the paper, the news, every day I am. Sacrifices, cannibalism, candles and exorcism. Animals having sex with them, camels, mammals and rabbits. But I don't get into that, I kick a habit. I just beat you to death with weapons and eat you to flesh. And I never beat you to death with weapons and eat you to flesh. And I never beat you to death with weapons and eat you to flesh. And I never eat you unless the meat looks fresh. I got a lion in my pocket, I'm lying. I got a in my pocket,
and baby, I'm just dying up. He's ready for war, I'm ready for war.
I got machetes and swords. Indica said he was raw. My house is heavy as yours. Yeah, you met me before. I just didn't have as large an arsenal of weapons before. Marshal, step in the door. I lay your head on the floor with your body spread on the bedspread. Red on the wall, red on the ceiling, red on the floor. Get a new from that on the second, red on the third, then she's dead on the fourth. I'm dead wrong.
I say I run it cause I'm in control. Hypnotic Hennessy, a couple shots of control. Hey, you feeling nice? I get your eyes tight. Party poppers up, shit coming with me tonight. I ain't self-related, I ain't snapping and popping either. I'm popping my head, I'm just standing there watching. I'm a hustle. You can tell that I'm paid and I protect what I got. I'm in the house with my
They've been there for 2 days. The best sport, the number one by phone is Crawford. How do you see Crawford fight playing out? Crawford have to win because other style is 4x4 the best. But the Russian have very 30,000 fights. This is a big fight.
I'm going to ask you, I don't know if you saw recently, maybe your ex-boxing Muhammad, his son started boxing. Did you watch it?
No, I watch it. He looking good. I think Hamed maybe is in the way with his son. The best of the best for the Hamed son. Hamed son was a strong and big fighter.
Do you have any family members or any sons that are
my son's one, but I don't want. The studying is more important.
How old is your son?
22 years, 20 years, 18 years, and 16 years. Many kids.
Yeah, Pereira, Hamed rematch.
No, I think so, no. No anymore, no more boxing.
No? Okay, I wish you all the best.
Thank you. And congratulations to Riot.
Marco, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, bien.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tipo de rival es Berlanga para Canelo?
Pues yo creo que mañana puede salir uno. Este cubano, ¿cómo se llama? Que se acaba de pesar, peso medio. Por él, es muy bueno. Fíjate que no se ha mencionado, no ha levantado la mano él, pero es un campeón mundial. Canelo quiere campeones, entonces yo creo que él no está mal.
Canelo va a estar peleando con Berlanga el próximo peleo. A 1 a 10, ¿qué tipo de rival es Berlanga para Canelo?
Bueno, yo creo que te voy a decir la verdad, sin faltar el respeto a Berlanga, no hay peleador fácil. Cada que se sube uno al ring, sube a arriesgar la vida. Pero yo creo que para el nivel que se encuentra Canelo, hubiera agarrado algo un poquito más fuerte. Berlanga tiene 22 peleas en total. Canelo tiene 24 peleas de campeonato mundial. O sea, la experiencia es muy grande. Pero al final del día, el espectáculo, todo puede pasar arriba del ring. Igual y pensamos que no, pero Berlanga viene y se avienta un tirazo con Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Bueno, Canelo no quiere pelear con David Benavidez. El criticismo que él gana para eso es verdad, es como, you know, like, is it true, is it like...
No sabemos si sea verdad o no. Un boxeador por lo regular difícilmente dices no a una pelea. Yo creo que ha de haber otras cosas atrás que no han de estar en la negociación de Saúl Canelo Álvarez, porque ha demostrado, enfrentado a muchos campeones mundiales. Benavidez igual se ganó su lugar, estuvo sentado como 2 años como número 1 del mundo. Yo creo que los dos merecen la pelea, pero más que ellos merecerla, la merecemos nosotros, el público, los fans. Ojalá que nos la den, que nos la regalen, porque sea un regalo para todos los aficionados.
Marcos, toma la decisión correcta Benavidez en quedarse en las 175 libras y no forzar. Sé que ha sido mandatorio por 3 años, pero pues por lo menos poner algo más de presión a Saúl.
Te digo la verdad, a mí me encantaría, yo lo vi pelear en las 176 libras, siento que se veía muy pequeño. Yo lo dije en Provox TV, que se baje. Los que pensábamos que era un peleador grande para las 168, ya vimos que no, es su peso real. No sé qué pasó, no sé si su promotor tuvo que hacer unos movimientos cuidando a sus demás boxeadores por el Consejo Mundial de Boxeo, pero Benavidez yo creo que hubiera presionado, ¿no? No es fácil estar tantos años como número 1 del mundo.
Por lo que viste de Benavidez esta noche, ¿es capaz para vencer a un Big Bull, a un Beterbiev, que llega a cualquiera de los dos?
Todo puede ser capaz, la realidad es que con un boxeador que tenía un rato sin pelear, que tenía ya varias en actividad, parece ser que se lastimó una mano. Habría que regalarnos otra pelea con un rival igual de buena magnitud para saber, decir, caray, Benavidez está para este peso, pero yo en lo personal dije, me gustaría que bajara a las 168.
Marco, tú mencionas el cubano David Morel, él también sube las 165 libras, deja el título a las 168 libras, pero todo el mundo, por lo menos el turqui quiere a Crawford Canelo. Mucha gente, como Abel Sánchez, diciendo la verdad que es muy pequeño un Crawford.
Fíjate, el tío Turqui trae una planeación diferente, está haciendo buenas cosas. La verdad, una función así aquí en Los Ángeles tenía años que no se veía, pero hay que ser realistas, son 3 divisiones abajo. En el peso, ya cuando sea el peso, van a ser 5 o 6 divisiones, ya Canelo va a estar recuperado. Podría ser que Crawford tiene la habilidad de poderle pelear bien los 12 rounds, que nunca lo toquen, pero al final del día pues no va a ser una pelea de choque competitiva como debe ser.
Mi último, Pitbull Cruz versus Gallo Estrada, ¿qué piensas de esa pelea?
¿Quién y quién?
Pitbull Cruz y Ryo, los estilos, ¿cómo va a salir?
Va a ser una muy buena pelea. Cruz le gusta el intercambio de golpes, va para adelante, 2 mexicanos. Valenzuela, ¿no? Se llama Rayo Valenzuela, le gusta el intercambio de golpes, va para adelante, pero la incógnita es que ya cayó y el pivo no lo han tirado, entonces
Vamos a ver quién tiene más aguante y hay riesgo de que tanto Pitbull o Andy Ruiz se roben la noche.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
¿Cómo calificas a Pitbull? Porque la verdad ha subido desde aquella pelea con Gervonta Davis aquí a cruzar la calle en el Staples Center, que ahora se convirtió en una estrella. Ahorita lo ves, fue de los que vendió más boletos.
Sí, fíjate
¿Cómo
que...
lo calificas al muchacho de la Ciudad de México?
Fíjate que es un boxeador que a partir de esa pelea brincó, entró en el gusto de la gente, tiene una magnitud de fans. No es un futuro ídolo, ya es un ídolo actualmente, a pasos agigantados, pero ya lo es. Le gusta dar espectáculo, le gusta el intercambio de golpe, como lo dijo. Voy a sacar el estilo mexicano, que a realidad del día es lo que nos gusta ver.
Si llega esa victoria para Isaac Pitbull, se mantiene quizás en las 140 libras, quizás bajan a 135. ¿Cuál sería, digamos, como el oponente perfecto? Aquí andamos en Shakur Stevenson, también está el Camarón Cepeda. ¿Cuál será esta pelea, digamos, como una grande que ha dado que tú
yo creo que si baja la 135 sería la revancha con Gervonta. Si se queda ahí, podríamos verlo, no, también si baja, porque Camarón Cepeda es 35, ¿verdad? Con Camarón Cepeda sería un tirazo entre mexicanos. Fíjate que yo el Camarón Cepeda, son malas las comparaciones, pero se me figura un Salvador Sánchez. La forma de tirar golpes, el estilo, es del mismo Estado de México. Ese para mí sería el mejor tiro. Pero queremos ver la revancha con Gervonta. Si se queda 140 libras con Teófimo, ¿por qué no? Sería un tirazo. Tienen el estilo ideal para regalarnos en las 140 libras un tirazo.
Último campeón, un México-mexicano que ha dado mucho de que hablar, Ryan García, ya están por cosas negativas. ¿Cómo califica la suspensión que le dio el Estado de Nueva York? Y parece que pues, está cayendo en vicios. ¿Qué es lo que tienen que hacer? ¿Qué le dice ese mensaje a...?
Bueno, primeramente te felicito por la última pelea que diste. Demostró que pues, está dentro del nivel. Yo quiero pensar en lo personal que ocupa ayuda profesional. Que se arriesgue a tomar un consejo, doctores. Él es un gran muchacho, ya es padre de familia, tiene una familia muy bonita. Yo creo que no hay que echarlo a la basura. Hay que empujarlo a que agarre una ayuda, doctores, gente profesional. Y por qué no, volverlo a ver en un futuro dentro del boxeo, pero cumpliendo el año que le dieron de suspensión. Gracias.
Gracias, campeón. Un gusto verte. Muchas gracias. Yeah.
What do you think of Berlanga Canelo?
Hey, what's up, brother? Get knocked out. Good luck, bro. Good luck, bro.
They won't let you in with this? Follow them, bro. If you could, follow them and record sideways. For when you follow them. But just follow, like, you know the guys. But try to get in front of them. Let me see, I have help.
Para que no haya que nosotros estamos con una parte.
You're waiting for
feeling he's going to leave after this.
Wow.
Mucha gente encima, pero
No va a justificar. ¿Ganar o empezar a que la gente lo diga? Tiene que ganar o sí o sí.
Solo light to this, ¿cuántos puntos habrá que ir? No, light fighter. No, dice que somos amigos. No, antes. Los dos que break down was, they get one more big. You guys they won some way to better fighters.
They let you back in? Oh yeah, I was gonna say they didn't let my brother in. He has the same shirt.
I said, bro, I gotta get my shit. They go get him. I told him. He's like, well, just give the camera here. I don't want to say nothing about camera.
What'd you say?
He said, go get it. Meanwhile, he fought service but you know, his speed was the difference. I really believe that Crawford could step up and I've never bet against him. That fight comes off at the end of the day. I'm saying that Canelo's a heck of a fight. And he's had a heck of a career. He's not, well, you know, a lot of the Mexican fans get mad at him. I don't think they're mad at me anyway. Right? Say anything about it, you know. But I've always said it from my heart, my 50 years of experience in business, that the truth is more important. Not getting wrong with it. I believe that confidence I said is especially fighter. Canelo's a hell of a fighter, a real solid fighter. But he ain't Crawford. Crawford, I believe, is in a different area. He's just God. Canelo and people should get mad because they fight Crawford. They not too many people have that.
We love your honesty. Just to close off, I said Riyadh season make their debut tomorrow in America. Next month they make their debut in the UK. Huge main event at Wembley Stadium. Being honest as you can, try to get this line.
Kelly already said that. This guy's a husband too. No, they do
Ayúdame con este videito. Salga yo casi parado. Parado ahí.
Like all
Terminó el pesaje aquí en el corazón de Los Ángeles, California. La verdad que fue un evento maravilloso del Real Season. Así de que aquí los mejores momentos del pesaje de Crawford frente a Madrimov.
saw him talking about he's probably leaned all those right hands and kept coming. He's talking down, he's poses his back. Yeah. Strong, right? All of those things. He's one fight I never talked about.
Because there's like people go on that side.
Es cierto que como dice Jimmy Peel,
This is Oscar Mevis sort of stomping ground powered by Jordan Bailey, because you can tell he thinks it's on the time. He just went that way. I think they're spitting him out.
I was with my family, and my grandchildren, and my children, my wife. Nothing's better than that. My grandchildren wrote me beautiful cards, gave me beautiful love, as they always do. So yeah, it was a happy birthday, and I'm blessed, and happy birthday to you.
Let's move on to LA. Terence Crawford, Israil Madrimov. We have seen his first fight outside of Rio. The takeover of America has begun. Just how good is this Rio takeover?
Well, it may have saved boxing was becoming less relevant in this sport. That's, for me, I've been in it 50 years, so it's the greatest sport in the world, but
I got one.
Just started with speaking.
I'll see if I can.
Boxing's been around longer than any other sport. Maybe the marathon, maybe it's up there, but longer than nobody punches you in the face when you run it 26 miles. And it is a tough conquest to handle. But boxing has been around since the caveman days. When you go back 2,000 years, and they look on the walls of some of these caves, and you find sketches of So this one's been around a long time, and it's survived. And it survived because they pitch one man against another to find out what they are. You know, not what you think they are, but what they really are. And there's not too many places you can go to find out what a person truly is. And you see actors from Hollywood and other people often show up at big fights. And I always have a theory on why they show up and get ringside. Because they want to really be able to see firsthand the roles that they play. They want to, and I'm not knocking them because I give them credit for that. But they want to see firsthand what these warriors, what these great Vikings, so to speak, samurai, if you will. What makes them tick? They want to be close to it. They want to see it firsthand, get up and feel it. They want to be able to taste it, you know, and hope that maybe some of it rubs off on them. You know, that they see something. Because I always say the great fighters are teachers. Because they teach us that you can go further than we think we can go. You can always go a little further because they do it. They do it. They do it. They're like the great discoverers, that we've had in this country and around the world. They go further to discover something,
And if they didn't have it in them to go further, they never would have discovered that. You know, that guy named Columbus, if he didn't keep going when it looked like the world was going to end, we wouldn't have found out that the world was round, you know? And to me, these great fighters, that's what makes them really special, is that when they get to a place that looks like a dead end, looks like a wall, they go past that wall, they go on. They say, no, it's not fun. I'm going to keep going. I don't care if I fall over the end of the earth, but I'm going to find out if it is the end of the earth. And I am going to go further. And they teach us we can go further. And I think that's the greatness of boxing. And that a lot of people maybe, I hope in some ways that I could have articulated in a way that it makes sense to people. But for me, for 50 years, it makes sense. And right now, what's going on and what's been going on the last year or a little under a year with Israil Madrimov, he is making this great sport, again, relevant again, where people had sort of stepped away from it in a way where you didn't have the best guys fighting the best guys. You weren't satisfying your bosses, and your bosses are the public, the consumer. Without them, you're out of business. They weren't satisfied. By not satisfying them, they weren't doing a service to the sport, to the brand. They were letting people forget how great it was. Because all they were doing was building their fighters up with A's fighting the B side, A's fighting the C side. Just because they wanted to continue to have their deal with the network, but they were getting paid for it, and build their guys up to big fights, and then throw your ball. But there was no consistency, and the fans were getting tired of it. And a lot of numbers were dropping. UFC was kicking there, and you know what? They were kicking there. I'll say it again. People don't like to hear, well, if I know it to be the truth, I'm going to freaking say it. And they were kicking their butt, and it was a simple formula. It was Dana White putting top guys with top guys. Not complicated. And Turkey Alley's Chicken's using that same formula. And he's had the resources, obviously the money, the reason, but also the passion. I really believe the guy has a passion for the sport and for the fighters. He really does. And because of that, he has given us the fights that we want to get. And the sport is healthier right now. And, you know, if you were a detective and you were trying to break down a whatever, some kind of situation and figure it out, you would go by a pattern. You would say, okay, this has the pattern of this guy who does his work this way. I think we know who it is. You know, we're going to go and knock on his door because this is the MO. This is how he does things. Well, Turkey al-Sheikh, his pattern, his handprint on this sport is just one way. His fingerprints are easy to recognize, very easy. If you've got fights going on that before couldn't be made, it must be Turkey al-Sheikh's handprints. It must be his fingerprints. It must be his show. It's that simple. That people say, well, what's separate? Just look at the fights that you wanted to see, and you want to see it. And if you're seeing them, well, guess what? You don't need to go under a microscope and figure out the handprint. I can tell you right now, the fingerprints belong to a man named Turkey al-Sheikh. And again, it's a simple formula. I don't know how long it's going to keep up, but I do believe he has a passion to want it. And I think he's doing things that we don't even hear about. I think he's starting to build an infrastructure underneath him to build something where it can continue, where it's not just for a year or 2 years, where it can maintain itself.
Yeah, 100%. This does have, like you said, Turkey al-Sheikh's fingerprints all over it, top to bottom. Brilliant card at the top. Terence Crawford, Israil Madrimov. Just how Terence Crawford, are we looking at someone that will go down as a peak, not just a generation, but one all time?
Because in that, it's definitely, you always have to have the dance partners. You know, Ali is one of the greats because he had Joe Frazier to prove that way. He still has to continue to have fighters to prove that way. But he's proved it so far with everyone that's been around. Terence Crawford is one of those special, talented fighters. One of those fighters that I would put into any era. And I've said it before, that my era is coming. that I played with was 20s, 30s, 40s, 10s. You don't look that old. You know, wow. You really don't. You must have found something. Yeah, you must have found something. Hey, but you're not all dust. It's blown away right now. To speak of those errors. But no, I saw tape. I saw tape of what was available in place of Jim Jacobs and Clux Amato and Bill Caton sending it up to Catskill where I was training fighting for 8 years. So I got the privilege of seeing that era, those fighters. And some of them had 300 fights, 200 fights, 12 fights. And some of them put 35, 39, like Henry Onslaught, 39, 40 times a year. And fought all different weight classes. And you're never going to have an era like that, never. I mean, there's 12 fighters with 200, fights, and guys that had 100 knockouts. I mean, Roger Moore had like 140 knockouts. Henry Armstrong had like 110. So, Sugar Ray Robinson had over 100. You're never going to have that era again. And I cherish that. I'm very protective of that era, of how great those are, because the people of today don't know the history. They know baseball history, they know football history, but they don't know boxing history that far back. It's just not as available. And so I try to make sure I give them their due, how special they are. And again, there'll never be another era. It can't be. Because you can fight that many fights. And they all fought the best fighters in the world. So there's not many people from the newer eras that I could say with full confidence that I could put into those eras. Crawford I could say with full confidence. And Sugar Ray Robinson I could say. And Roberto Duran I could say. There's a few guys that I can say. But Crawford is one of those few guys. He is special not only because of his athletic ability, his the physical gifts that have been bestowed on him by his parents, genetics, by God, and technically solid, as people have done a real great job in training team, but mentally he's superior to everyone. I said this earlier, that Customato, my mentor, used to say, Eddie, the real special ones have what they call supreme confidence, where you really, truly believe down to your toes that no one can beat you. Really. And it's hard to beat a guy like that. And Cus said, I only saw two guys with that. Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali. And I actually put Crawford in that category. That he doesn't believe anyone can beat him. And it's going to be awful hard to change his mind. Very hard to change his mind. And one of the things on the mental level that connects so well with his physical abilities is that he is able to see things. He is so icy cold. He can see things in that ring that others see a little later. He sees it right away. Because some people don't see, period. But if they do, they see it a little. He sees it just a little before someone else. And that's what makes his timing so special. Customato used to say to me, you want to get a fighter so calm. Now, people get, now this is going to sound a little extraordinary, and it is. We're talking about extraordinary people. Cus used to say to me, smartest guy who knew boxing, his whole life was boxing. He would say that the real special actually is so calm, and the vision is so clear. They see a twitch of a muscle. Protect him a second before that muscle cracks and throws him. I believe if that's true, I believe Crawford is that guy. That's how good he is. That's how special he is.
The proof's including 40 fights, 40 wins, 3 weights for champion, like you said, an all-time great. One more question, I appreciate you giving me some of the time. We had seen this with big, when Heavyweight had 2 really fights in this card, the rematch was on the reason for Fast and Furious, and with the first, we had seen the numbers. Are you on the side where it's like where the hotel, how we came in, like where the Toyota car is and all that? Oh, okay. Yeah, just kind of kicking in that area. Like some of the other guys are over there walking around like trying to get interviews. So if you see anybody doing interviews, it's a group, then try to jump in. Like you did with Ben. Yeah. But just try to get kind of a little more front. Like that. You know how you were kind of side? Like try to get your Japan squeeze in the front, however you could do it, like under and over people, whatever. You know what I mean? All right, well, thanks. Yeah, I'm still waiting over here for one more guy. So, but once I finish that,
Showed himself. Showed himself that he could rely on himself. He could trust himself. And he could behave like a fighter, not just fight like a fighter, behave. And that is the essence of a fight. That's the most important thing you have to have, especially at this level. And that is so, I mean, that is why he now can fit into any big fight. There's one thing that he does have to improve on, and that is his defense. You know, he will himself. Smart that he become that quality.
Oh, target.
Keep himself as a
Like everything else this week?
Nah, bro, legit, I think we're the only channel that's hits. Individually with 2 leaders, everything else is just everybody. It's just, I don't think anyone's doing it.
Oh, big up.
The very first video I got when we see Crawford here, that's on with a 200K. And then the very first face-off, that's the 110K. But other than that, bro,
I was very impressed. And I was impressed.
No, that was good. That was good.
He got up to that. He got up to that. But he cannot do the same thing against Joshua. Joshua punches too accurate.
Try to erase the song.
Joshua's in a good place.
You know what how I used to do it? I sent the free licensing beats that YouTube offers to my email, and I said the email told me to like pay, I would just edit them on iMovie, and I would put the beat right under it, so it's how much is needed, what they done. These videos a lot, it makes the video sound great. You hide the typing, you just gotta be able to pick to the screw and you avoid those punches, especially early on. But throughout the fight, unless they've done that, no, he's gonna, I'm not going to say it's going to be a long night, it's going to be a short night in that round. So that's up to them. That they recognize that, I think they do, and that they've done something, because they didn't, it's not like they had a lot of time to do it. You know, but it had to be done. And we'll find out if it was done.
Teddy, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I get it, Robbie. I got to get out of here.
Yeah. Teddy,
let me do it. Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Teddy, between 1 and 10, what?
We'll do them all at the same time.
Yeah. Yes, what threat level is Berlanga to Canelo? Between 1 and 10.
Berlanga's a very talented young fighter. He's undefeated. He hasn't learned how to lose. He's a terrific fighter. He's only getting better. He has shown the ability to learn, the ability to grow, the ability to, when he gets more seasoning, which he has his last few fights, he's shown that improvement. He's on the right path. There's no doubt about it. I just don't know if he's got enough seasoning now to beat Canelo. I put him in the same way as Munguia. Munguia had more fights, I get it, but he didn't have that level of fights on that stage to really deal with Canelo. He had a lot of fights, and I loved Munguia. The way he handles himself, everything. The way he handles himself before, after fights, what he does in the ring, the heart, the chin, everything. But I felt that he did not, going into the Canelo fight, Munguia just didn't have enough experience. And that's part of the reason I felt Canelo and people felt comfortable picking him, quite frankly. Nothing against Canelo. I mean, you got to be smart. You that's part of the game. You manage. So especially if you're the golden boy and you have the ability to pick your spots because you bring the money. So obviously you're going to have the power to do that, where someone else can't do that because they don't bring the money. They don't bring the pay-per-view. They don't bring what Canelo brings. So he's earned that. But that's a fact. And I believe that Belanga's in the same, sort of the same boat, where he has improved. Magia had improved, but he didn't. He still needed a few more fights at that level to season enough to handle a guy like Canelo, that experience. And I think that Berlanga still needs a little more. Still, but you know what? There's one X factor. Canelo's a little older now. And that's the one thing that he's battling against. There's a tiny bit of slippage. There is, if you're going to be honest, a little bit. But look, he's still terrific, Canelo. But nobody wins 100% of the time against Father Time. Sooner or later, Father Time gets you. And I don't know where Canelo is in that battle yet, but I know he's getting there. And maybe that he's gotten a little older since the Magia fight. That could play for Berlanga where he gets old. Because there will be a day, if he stays around long enough, where you say, oh, wow, he got old. Like, as you're watching it, you say, wow, he got old. Wow. Ooh. He really did. And so I don't know if that day's coming, but aside from that, I don't think it's here yet. Aside from that, I have to like Canelo again because same thing. Berlanga, I think, just needs a little bit more seasoning. A little more time.
You know, some of the fans are upset with him and they're claiming they're going to boycott Canelo Berlanga, but he's going head up against UFC Noche. How do you think that's going to affect?
You know, he is going head up, and I'm a little confused by it. I'll tell you why. We know Canelo does good numbers, and we understand all that. But it doesn't seem like anybody beats UFC. And you always got to put the proof to what you say. All I say is this: do we forget a couple years ago where Canelo and them actually waited and actually put back the time they came out? They were supposed to come out about an hour earlier, and they actually put it back because they didn't want to go against UFC.
Nate Diaz-Masvidal won.
Right.
Yeah, the
I didn't forget that. Right.
Yeah.
I didn't forget that. Did Canelo's people forget that? I don't know. But I didn't forget that. You conceded that you weren't going to go against you. You were there. It was the same night, and you had to wait because somebody whispered in your ear, hey, we ain't going to get an audience we want to get if we go on now because they're watching UFC.
They played it in the
So
stadium.
I'm just a little, So I'm a little confused. Everyone does things for different, motivations. Some of the right ones, some of the wrong ones. But I'm confused that they would go up against that horse against. They raced against that horse once, and they didn't do that well. They didn't come in the money. So I'm just a little confused that they're going, maybe it's ego, maybe it's like now we don't, whatever it is. But it's going to be curious to see, isn't it? That if they getting ready to come in the ring and then all of a sudden they say, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a little dance and song act now because we have to wait a little while until the UFC has passed by. I don't know.
So Tyson Fury's keeping the same team for the rematch with Alexander Usyk.
He should keep the same team. They got him here. He should be loyal. He should keep the same team. They've done a good job. There are things that he can add to, that he can improve in. I'm sure his people will make him aware of it. There definitely are things. But
more aggression.
Well, I mean, look, there's things that he maybe could have used the uppercut more because it was very effective in that 6th round. Maybe he could have used it throughout the fight a little more, maybe. Maybe there's things that he could have just added off of controlling him with the jab. I have a saying, you set the table with the jab and you eat with the right hand, right? Maybe he could have, went to the refrigerator a little more and brought out a few, or to wherever the stock box is, wherever he keeps the right hand, and brought them out with the jab a little more. Maybe he could have done that because he was definitely doing well with the jab. He was setting the table. Maybe he could have ate a little more, definitely. But he was in there with a special guy. A guy whose greatest talent, nobody understood what his greatest talent going in. Oh, he's too small, he's too this, he's too... No. He does one thing as great as anybody has ever done it. He finds a way to win. Usyk has always done that. That's a talent. That's a special quality. Finds a way to win. just finds a way, and that was obviously on display there that he did that, and again, I applaud Fury. I like. To me, the most important trait we can have as human beings is to be loyal. Most important thing, you know what? Why? Because it shows strength. Because it ain't always easy to be loyal. It ain't always easy. So I applaud him for that. I think he's doing the right thing. There are things that he can improve. There's no doubt about it. But he'll be doing it against a guy that is the same special guy. And one other thing plays into that rematch. I always say this when I was doing all the fights on ESPN, that the reason I protect these fights, I always stood up for fighters. I got myself fired for doing it, and I said when a fighter got robbed, so I did it to the point where I'm no longer the broadcaster. That's okay, because I can live with that. I can live with that. And God's been good to me. I'm doing other things, so I'm okay. But thank you. I always say that people don't understand why I would get so riveted and go after these judges and go after all these corrupt people and call them out. Because every time a fighter gets in a ring, he gets out of the ring with less of himself. That's why. He gets out of the ring with less of himself. He does. It's a physiological fact. And both those fighters left that ring that night, that great night, they left with less of themselves. That's gonna play in the rematch. Who left more of themselves in the ring in that last historic, iconic night? That's going to play. That's going to be important.
Teddy, last thing, how did Crawford look at 154? Last thing.
He looked great. Crawford looked good at 254. Crawford is special. I never will go against Crawford. That man is special. He's special in every way, technically, physically, and the most important way, inside himself, in his mind. He doesn't believe anyone could beat him. And nobody's convincing me that they can, or him.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Teddy, can I get a quick pick? Teddy, can I get a quick pick?
That was fucking dope.
He's good.
Let's go.
All right, my peoples. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, and see you guys tomorrow at the weigh-ins. Make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave, hit the like button. Thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated. I'll set it for you. Give it a like and time before you leave. It's free. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm playing live. So see you guys later.